What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, on the same weekend, we got a ton of brand new Black Widow promotional photos, a fresh look at the movie, some of the scenes we've seen already, some we haven't, and we'll get to those. Scarlett Johansson herself weighed in on Black Widow's release, and her quote was actually very revealing concerning Marvel Studios' Black Widow and releasing it on video demand or Disney+. We're going to go ahead and break down exactly what she said in context of everything that's already happened this year and Black Widow's new release date, as well as cover the brand new promotional look photos, including those that may tease narrative elements we haven't gone over yet. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away this insane 1/4 scale Beta Ray Bill, as well as our third and final Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So in case you missed it this past week, both Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson were a part of Mary Claire's 2020 winter issue. They released a ton of photos and an interview with the two, and as far as the movie getting pushed back as many times as it did twice now and getting released in theaters or ever making it on Disney Plus and video on demand, this is what Scarlett Johansson had to say, quote, "We are all eager to get the movie out, but more important than anything, everybody wants the experience to feel safe, to have people be able to really feel confident about sitting in an enclosed theater." Now guys, I'm just going to level with you. As the guy who's been covering every detail of every rumor, report, and official announcement since Infinity War's release, and of course every detail pertaining to this unprecedented situation with having to move the Marvel Phase 4 slate and now Scarlett Johansson's leadoff movie twice, this is definitely the nail in the coffin, revealing that Marvel Studios and Disney will not put this on video on demand. Our most recent report was talking about investors urging Disney to do so, but in an effort to try to keep the Disney Plus series separate from their major motion picture releases, they are going to hold this as long as possible, which tells me if the next release date should come and go in April and May, and it is not safe for us to be back in theaters, then I would guess strongly that instead of putting this on video on demand, they're going to go ahead and move it again, and it could be fall of next year. Now look, that very last part is purely speculation, but you have to listen to what she's saying. Knowing she was going into this interview, she's probably had a little more direction from Marvel and Disney as far as what they want to do with the film now, and if she didn't know beforehand, meaning right when all this broke, she was talking about how, yeah, she'd love to see it on Disney Plus, she'd love it on video on demand. Long gone is that quote. She's talked to Marvel since then. Going into this interview with Florence Pugh about Black Widow, they are on the same page. Their MO to put this in theaters only when it's safe. And guys, unfortunately, we may be a long way off that. Now, I hate saying that out loud, and in the meantime, we've got Disney Plus, but quite honestly, when you put all the cards on the table, and regardless of what the new guard and the investors are saying about wanting this video released video on demand, it makes so much sense. First of all, of the next 3 releases, it's Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Black Widow, 2 completely unknown new franchises to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that don't really in any way connect to the Infinity Saga or a core Avenger who's been on the scene since Iron Man 2. I've always said that that movie was going to make $1 billion, and for a movie studio that's made $0 over the entirety of this fiscal year, they are not going to risk their movie comeback on the Eternals or Shang-Chi. Rather, they're going to hold Black Widow for when it's safe to release movies again. And quite honestly, I think we all know we have no idea when that is. Now, we can all hope that it's going to be in the upcoming spring, but when she says the quote, "We all just want it to feel safe in an enclosed theater," that's saying, hey, we're going to wait for when that day comes, and quite honestly, nobody knows. Now, fortunately enough, on top of Disney Plus launching very soon, they're still running out promotional material. That's what this Mary Claire article was all about. There were a ton of new looks inside that magazine, and they're obviously all posted online. You can see here several photos from behind the scenes, new looks at different scenes we've already seen in the trailer, and the most interesting of all of them is this shot here where Natasha definitely looks like she is gravely injured. Now, it's been making its way around the internet, some of the subreddit threads, trying to figure out what's exactly going on here, but I think they're going to be fighting a lot of battles throughout the entirety of this movie, and you would guess this is coming at the hands of Taskmaster. We know there's a really good chance that someone isn't going to survive this movie, but we also know that Scarlett Johansson is. That's how she leads into Infinity War. Well, unless of course there was a face swap and it's actually Yelena Belova's Black Widow that makes her way over to Infinity War, and yeah, that's yet to be seen. We've talked about that a lot at the channel, and if you're not up on that theory, I'll go ahead and link one of our theory videos at the end. But basic idea here is that at some point they pull a face off, switch the faces of both Yelena Belova and Natasha Romanoff, and some people have pointed to not only the vest that Natasha Romanoff is wearing in the beginning of Infinity War, but also that she has short blonde hair like Florence Pugh, that there's evidence there that this is what's going to happen, not to mention the fact that when they cast the actress Florence Pugh to play Yelena Belova opposite of Black Widow's Scarlett Johansson in this film, they have the exact same height, the exact same build, and in fact, when I was looking through those photos from Mary Claire, there's one photo in particular, this one, where if you do a double take, I actually thought this was Yelena Belova and not Scarlett Johansson. Pretty crazy. But aside from all our crazy theories about what's going to happen in the film, we've actually got to get it released before we can see if any of these come to fruition. And the truth is that this quote by Scarlett Johansson definitely gave us insight as to the MO from Marvel Studios and Disney. They want to release it in theaters, and of all of the films that they've got coming up that they finished principal photography on, said Eternals and Shang-Chi, Black Widow is the known entity. It's the quantity that they know will make them the most comeback, and they don't want to come out of the gate with an unknown franchise after they haven't had any income from films, which will be going on, wow, almost a full 2 years. Pretty crazy to think about that from that standpoint, but when you do, it looks pretty simple. For all of us hoping to ever see this on video on demand, I think we're going to have to wait a long time before Marvel Studios and Disney will throw in the hat and actually follow that new plan of bending towards releasing films on Disney Plus. And there are a ton of other films they can start with that don't include Marvel Studios, and since Marvel Studios is putting content on both Disney Plus and on the silver screen, I think that's basically the nail in the coffin for ever seeing it there. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. You all have been super vocal about just wanting it on Disney Plus. Screw it, it doesn't matter. But there have also been a lot of you who have held out and said, look, we don't want to watch this alone on our couch. We want to watch this in a theater. I'm right there with you, and I think that waiting it out is probably the way to go. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill at 750,000 subscribers. We're headlong into that. We'll easily hit that by the end of the year. Speaking of which, we'll also be giving away our third and final Infinity Saga box set during December. Now, we gave away 2 of these earlier in the year. It's been a pretty long year, you could say the least, and now we're giving this third one away in December, probably on New Year's Eve, regardless of the subscriber count. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the future prizes here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you have to be a subscriber here at the channel, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. We choose a random video and a random comment. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Then make sure to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on to keep up with the videos. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video or any of the other content here at the channel, it is always appreciated if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always. You guys can follow me one step further on Instagram at IamFires, or if you want to go even further than that, Twitch TV/Nevellen, NVELLEN. I stream World of Warcraft and a ton of other games about 3 or 4 nights a week. Guys, thanks for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.